Roe v. Wade possibly being overturned or chipped away at. We have a noted girl watcher and Supreme Court watcher Charlie Pierce coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Extra
He's
carnation.
a girl watcher.
Yeah. Extra carnation instant bitch. Do not start with me. I will strangle everybody individually that didn't vote for Hillary or voted third party or stayed home. Yes, Chris?
I just think you'll strangle all of us menfolk too.
Yes, I will strangle all the menfolk today.
Never gotten a girl pregnant.
Oh,
Never.
Sean, you might queue up, even before Jody's here, please queue up Only Women Bleed, because, wow, this is exciting news. So much exciting news.
No, God, no.
About COVID, vaccines, the lockdown being over. Wow. Postmenopausal women report periods coming back after having the coronavirus vaccine. Also include maybe dating and marriage, but children. Wouldn't that be fun, you guys, with little ones running around downstairs? Instead of dogs pulling cords out and taking us off the air?
I still don't think that's going to happen.
Baby children.
No.
What? Why?
No.
Don't take away all my dreams.
You need the menfolk to have the children.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, also, and because my entire COVID lockdown activity was exercise, now I'm down to 13% body fat, so I think that's probably not going to happen for a number of reasons. For a number of reasons.
Yeah.
I could, you know what? I could get some childbearing hips if I, you
would never.
Red Sea comes
if you
back.
bear a child.
Right. Okay. Some postmenopausal women are suffering unexpected periods after receiving a dose of COVID vaccine. Scientists say researchers are investigating if the vaccine is what, because it's right now it's just anecdotal, but there's enough body of evidence that they're investigating. So stand by, Carlos, and your stupid. Oops, sorry. Sorry, I hit the wrong. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Oh, here it is. Your stupid tumbleweeds and barroom doors and Sam Elliott and my nether regions and tumbleweeds.
And ham.
Yeah, Carlos. Not so funny now, is it? But I am young and juicy again.
No, don't
Not planting my seed in unfertile soil.
No. You're
It's still a place a man's seed will find no purchase.
No purchase, exactly. Yes.
I'm feeling
a rocky place.
A rocky barren place.
Your womb is a rocky place where no one's seed could find any
What does
purchase.
Frangela call me?
It's like Mars.
The pointiest dancer in news. Just all rocks and hard angles.
That's your womb.
Right. All right. Well, listen. I leave it to all y'all to shoot down my last remaining dream. Okay. You know what? It's just like post-COVID could be a whole do-over. Just a whole do-over. Just okay. Marriage, kids, to do this all over again. All right. Here's my point. Jim Shudo tweets, am I the only one not confused by the CDC mask guidance? If you're vaccinated, you're safe to take it off because science says so. What's the issue? We have a widely available, free and tested medicine that keeps us and others we encounter safe. Strikes me as an easy one.
Exactly.
I understand some of we were a little confused and it seems sudden and all that, but I mean, the science behind it is simple. And they're hard, I was saying, Chuck Todd hammered Dr. Walensky harder than I've ever seen him hammer anybody journalistically, right? And I'm just like, okay, there was new science. They synthesized the studies. They didn't have that 2 weeks ago when she talked to Congress. Okay. See, like here, for instance, California won't lift its mask requirement until June 15th to give the public and businesses time to prepare and ensure cases stay low, which that's the date that Newsom had originally picked was June 15th, which seems reasonable. They said it will also, we will continue our relentless focus on delivering vaccines, particularly to underserved communities and those that were hard hit throughout this pandemic. So I get it, I get it. The whole problem is this honor system, I think, and trying to figure out how to deal with that. Because as we keep saying, it's largely dishonorable people that never would wear masks or distance, right? And are not getting vaccinated. But Chris, I've heard a lot of people echo what you said. I think it's like against our grain as liberals to go, screw them, thinning the herd. They'll die, not us. But at some point, it's like you were saying, like an addict or anybody that's, ruining their health that you can't. We all have friends or loved ones like that where you're like, at some point, you have to take responsibility. Like, you are the one that's going to get sick and die. And I don't want you to, particularly if it's people you love. You're like, I don't want you to, but, you have to, Yeah.
But I can't force that needle into your arm. That is your responsibility. If you don't want to take that responsibility, if you get sick, that's on you.
Yeah.
This is tough love.
I've been caring about other people's health for well over a year now. It is time to end that.
Right.
Because I've taken care of my own health. My friends have taken care of their health.
Yeah.
And if you haven't, that's on you, because these vaccines are free. They're plentiful. They're everywhere.
Yeah. It is. I do get some people's points. Newsom's former chief of staff, because also the nurses union has come out against this, and I love me some nurses. I marched with the nurses to give Arnold Schwarzenegger a political enema. You remember that back in the day out here.
Yes.
But anyway, she said my blood is boiling that the CDC acted so irresponsibly to adopt an honor code for public mask wearing. It's not good public health advice to say to parents whose kids can't get vaccinated, just trust the public to do the right thing with all the politicization over masks. So I get that. They're, kids can't get back to their immune compromised people that, so I do get that. So the nurses union, the largest nurses union, called on the CDC to reverse the guidance issued last week. They said now is not the time to relax protective measures. We are outraged the CDC has done just that while we are still in the midst of the deadliest pandemic in a century. I get it. They're on the front lines, right? But as I understand it, masks are still required, right, in public transit and in healthcare settings.
Yes.
Well, they're always required in healthcare settings.
Right. Right.
Yeah. That's just a thing. That's been a thing forever. So.
Yeah. I mean, here's the problem: is Trump so politicized the CDC, and we know they had to force them to change some of the science to try and fit his stupid talking points to minimize COVID. So I don't know. They erred the other way. They're letting the science lead, and the science is leading here. But again, it's just the part people can. If you are vaccinated, it is. You know what it is, Chris? It's more of a. When you were talking about personal responsibility, it's more of a personal thing. It is a individual thing. Businesses, states like California are still free to make their own decisions on this. The personal science for you is if you are vaccinated, you are safe not to wear a mask. If you are not, you are not. Period.
And if you want to wear a mask and you're vaccinated, go for it. And that is your choice. Absolutely.
Yes, I still am hiking, as I mentioned, because it's sometimes crowded there, and the couple friends that I hike with on the weekend wanted to wear them, and out of respect, I wore it too. So, and again, different. I haven't gone in anywhere yet. That's not. I'm only on my first couple baby steps. I haven't gone out to a place, but I would absolutely wear a mask if I was. Because I do get what some people are saying about there are not enough people vaccinated. I don't trust the honor system. So anyway.
Anytime I go into a place, I do go to grocery stores, and I do wear a mask inside there.
Yeah.
That's because, it's polite, and B,
it's actually the law right now.
It's the law, and C, I'm still not comfortable going inside everywhere without a mask. That's just my personal comfort level.
Yeah. Gavin Newsom is like, hold.
Yes.
The scene from
make sure things keep going this way.
Yeah, right.
But again, I don't want to keep pounding it, but we'll talk to, of course, Dr. Redlener, but I agree with him. There's got to be more stick involved in this carrot. Ultimately, but who I can't hear enough from, Travis, is people that worked in the Trump administration and what they think about how is handling COVID. Okay, who's the guy that we know is actually Mike Tyson, but it says he's not? What's his name? Jerome Adams, former Surgeon General, who said what a picture of health Donald Trump was, and he's got a bunch of 1,000 things wrong during COVID. Remember him? Yeah. What were you going to say?
Did you see the video of him during that interview?
No, I did not.
He was wearing like a maroon suit and a bow tie. I was like, what is wrong with you?
What is happening? Okay. Is he even a doctor?
Not his little military. He's not his military uniform anymore.
Is he someone that played a Surgeon General on a reality show somewhere? Do we even know whether he's okay? Yeah.
It may very well have been Mike Tyson doing a character for us.
It is Mike Tyson. I'm just saying, if there was he holding a pigeon? Because it's just, I think they're with us. I think
He was wearing a mask.
Yeah.
He was Mike Tyson in a mask.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, I believe the new study, which is very well respected, that it is 900,000, the number of dead that their administration left. Right? Not even the nearly 600. Because you knew that was going to happen. Every expert said it was an undercount. They can shut them up. They can stay at the very top of shut the mountain forever about COVID, right? I mean, oh my God. So he said, while the science is sound from the CDC, they've done an abysmal job of communicating with their new guidance, allowing the rollback. Okay, first of all, once again, cannot be clear. If you're vaccinated, you can take your mask off. If you're not, you can't. How much more simply do you communicate that, right? So Fox News anchor Bill Hammer followed up by asking if this mass confusion and CDC criticism were similar to what Adams saw when he worked for the Trump administration. Adams answered by recalling that the CDC did poorly at communicating with state and local officials during the Ebola crisis years ago, and it's frustrating to me to see it continue under this administration. Oh, I see. So the Ebola thing that we barely remember because only one person got it here because Obama did such a good job. I see. So you just skipped over the whole 900,000 death genocide that you presided over.
Oversaw.
Oh, I see. So just Obama and Joe Biden are doing a terrible job, but we skip over those magical Trump years where right. Okay. All right. I think, don't you have some pigeons to raise or something? I don't. Okay. It's stories like these, you see. I'm about to go see my mom, which... JetBlue flight diverted after racist mask-hating passenger snorts white substance and goes on a mid-air rampage. We are still going to be infested with covidiots and mask holes everywhere. I love the tweet. Someone was like, my JetBlue JFK SFO flight just got diverted to MSP because an anti-masker was snorting coke in the bathroom. Was it Don Jr.? Are we sure? Has there been further update on this? JetBlue flight from New York.
I haven't seen him lately.
Yeah, they found a divert to Minneapolis after an anti-masker snorted a white substance, touched a woman, and caused a number of disturbances. Witnesses say the passenger had a bag full of white substance, touched at least one other woman, made inappropriate comments to numerous female passengers, yelled racist slurs toward passengers upon boarding, and refused to wear a mask. Because, of course, because it all goes together now. It all goes together. Misogyny, racism, right? Anti-science. Yeah. Okay.
At first, I thought you said snorted a wet substance, and I'm like, how does one do that? Snorted a wet substance.
Everyone knows not to get their coke wet. What?
Right.
All right, and the other magical news is President Biden announced he will send an additional 20 million COVID vaccines abroad by the end of June, which is right. This is, again, somebody that understands it is not America alone.
Yeah.
We have to eradicate this in the whole world, or it's going to keep coming back. If you only care about you anyway, it's going to keep coming back in different variants if we don't help. So, hooray. So, yay. The 20 million doses of U.S.-approved shots are in addition to his previous commitment to send 60 million doses of AstraZeneca. They're waiting for FDA approval, obviously, of AstraZeneca before they send it. Jen Psaki said this is the most doses donated by any country in the world by 5 times. This will put 80 million doses out into the world by the end of June. So once again, hooray. I mean, do we even need to do a commercial for the Step Store? I mean, the shirts are flying off the right. Look at this. Look at it. Get your face
Look
up
at
there.
that.
Get your face up there. Look. We have them for Team Pfizer, Team J&J. We are all Team Vaccine here. We have amazing.
That's right.
And you can get it on everything. Right, Chris? Not just shirts.
Bath mats, shower curtains. You can get it on art, a clock. You can get
Duvet.
a selfie bomb on a clock.
We have Stephanie Miller swag. We have sexy liberal swag. And, of course, all the vaccine shirts. Get it now. StephanieMiller.com. Whee!